The light arrives slowly in this forgotten corner of the world, touching nothing at first, only drifting above it like a hesitant visitor. The Antarctic Dry Valleys lie silent beneath the pale glow, a realm so barren and untouched that the planet seems to pause here. This is the only place on Earth where it hasn't rained for millions of years, a desert inside a continent of ice. A paradox sculpted by wind, stone, and deep time. The cold is absolute, so sharp it feels carved from glass. The air itself is thinner, cleaner, stripped of moisture until every breath seems weightless. Nothing moves, nothing stirs. Yet the stillness is not empty. It is ancient, a silence that predates humanity, a silence that remembers what the Earth once was. Mountains rise suddenly from the flatness, black peaks slicing through the endless white sheet that surrounds them. These nunataks, jagged summits of buried ranges, stand like dark islands in a frozen ocean. Their stone is old enough to hold the memory of continents colliding, of volcanism, of heat that once roared beneath the crust. Now they stand in majestic contradiction, cold monuments in a land where fire once breathed. Wind breaks the silence. It sweeps across the valley floors in long, sighing ribbons, carrying grains of ancient dust that has drifted here for eons, untouched by snow or rain. The ground is dry, fissured earth, cracked into geometric patterns, desiccated like the skin of a world long dead. Yet the dry valleys live, not with forests or rivers, but with something hidden and enduring. Microbial life clings beneath translucent rocks, feeding on sunlight and minerals. Life that survives where almost nothing else can. A reminder that even in the harshest corners, the world refuses to surrender. As the sun climbs higher, it reveals the labyrinth of glaciers pushing between the mountains. Rivers of ancient blue ice slide slowly into the valleys as if trying to claim them, yet never reaching far enough. The air here is so dry, so cold that the glaciers don't melt. They sublimate. Ice becomes vapor without ever turning to water. This is a landscape where even the laws of nature seem rewritten. Beneath the surface of these glaciers lie secrets, buried lakes, sealed off for tens of thousands of years. Their waters swirl in complete darkness, untouched by sunlight or wind. Within them, strange life forms drift, adapted to a world without warmth or oxygen. They are the Earth's closest echo of alien existence. Scientists call these hidden reservoirs time capsules, but standing above them, feeling the frozen breath of the valley whisper against stone, they feel like portals to another realm entirely. A lone katabatic wind begins its descent from the inland plateau. It grows as it falls, becoming a beast of cold air, racing down valley corridors with relentless force. It scours the land, stripping away any whisper of snow that might settle here. These winds can howl at speeds strong enough to lift stones, reshaping the land grain by grain. They roar like a creature awakening, furious, ancient, unstoppable. In the shadow of the mountains, the landscape shifts again. Strange, patterned ground spreads across the valley floor, stones arranged in near-perfect circles, hexagons, spirals. Nature's geometry crafted over hundreds of freeze-thaw cycles, where ice wedges expand and crack the soil into symmetrical mosaics. From above, these patterns look like runes carved into the earth, a secret script written in frost and time. Nearby, a frozen waterfall clings to a cliffside, locked in perpetual stillness. Its ice glows in shades of cobalt and milk white, like a sculpture carved by the sky. It doesn't flow, doesn't change. It is a monument to the moment water once moved here, long before the desert claimed this land. And then, beyond a rocky ridge, the blood-red stream appears, a crimson stain spreading across ice. Iron-rich water seeping from the depths of an ancient glacier, oxidizing the moment it meets the air. It looks like the earth is bleeding, yet this water carries life, microbes that thrive in complete darkness, in iron, in salt, in conditions lethal to almost every living thing. A reminder that endurance sometimes grows strongest in the harshest cold. The dry valleys know no softness, yet their stark beauty possesses a strange grace. Boulder-strewn basins open into wide plains of gravel where shadows crawl across the ground like slow-moving tides. The sun arcs low, casting long beams that ignite the surfaces of polished stones. Colours emerge: rust red, smoky grey, pale yellow, subtle but breathtaking against the monochrome of the ice beyond. Far across the open expanse, a mummified seal lies preserved by the cold. It rests miles inland from the sea, carried here long ago by instinct or storm. Its body, perfectly intact, tells the story of a wrong turn in a land without forgiveness. Time does not touch the seal. The valley simply keeps it, a silent witness to the cost of wandering too far. As evening approaches, the sky shifts to a palette of silvers and violets. Clouds fracture into thin lines, streaking the horizon with faint colour. The mountains become silhouettes, sharp, otherworldly, colossal. Their shadows stretch across the ground, merging with the lengthening dark. The temperature plummets, the air crystallizes. Each breath becomes a cloud of frost that hangs momentarily, suspended in stillness. With nightfall, stars emerge, bright, sharp, unfiltered. They fill the sky in an impossible tapestry, mirrored faintly in the gloss of exposed ice. The Milky Way drapes itself across the heavens like a river of fire. Beneath this cosmic ceiling, the valleys transform. The rocks gleam with frost. The air rings with a silence so deep it feels like sound waiting to be born. And in that silence, the world feels younger, not frozen in death, but preserved in raw creation. A place where Earth reveals its bones, its scars, its memory. The wind settles, the night breathes, and the dry valleys stand untouched, unbroken, unyielding. A realm where the planet shows what it looked like before warmth, before rivers, before life reached beyond the microscopic. In this place, you understand that wilderness is not defined by danger or distance, but by truth. A truth that the world is older, wilder, and more mysterious than we dare imagine. And as the stars drift overhead, the land whispers a final truth, cold, quiet, eternal. The earth keeps its oldest secrets where only the brave will listen.